Hi, Geraldine coming from beautiful Powell River on this beautiful rainy day. And I wanted to come to you today with a story, and that's my story on how I've come from being homeless to where I am today. And some of the steps that I can actually tell you that are measurable within my life. So first off, I have 12 amazing, beautiful children and going on 3 grandchildren. And in my 20s, I was a single mom. I had no place to go. I had nowhere and no job. I lived on assistance, and I had some very, very big demons in my closet. So in my mid-20s, I had my 3 children, and I was at a point where I was at my lowest. I was drinking heavily. I wasn't being a very good parent to my children. I had lost my apartment and not sure where my next meal was going to come from. And there was a moment in that time, as I was walking down the street with my children, bags in tow, trying to get to somewhere where I could be safe. I did end up in a homeless shelter for about a month, and in that time I didn't drink and took care of my children, and fully understood in that time that I needed a change. I needed to come from somewhere that is bigger than myself because my children depended on me. So that day I actually made a pact with myself, and I'm not saying that it happened overnight because it didn't. Change takes time, and change takes courage. And at the time, I didn't have any of either. And so what I did was I went out, I actually found a mentoring program that helped me see that I'm so much stronger than I actually was presenting myself to be. Growing up, being abused and living with alcoholism and physical and emotional and spiritual abuse, you tend to walk out of that with a little bit, well, you're quite low on your personal worth. So I carried that for a majority of my life. And then during that mentorship program, I found this woman that told me every single day how amazing I was and how strong I was and how much she admired me. All this stuff was never ever told to me as a child, and it just confused me. And it took me many years to get to the point where I actually could accept a compliment. I know, right? It's something so simple as a compliment, because I truly didn't believe it. So one day I decided that I'm going to start getting into this personal development era. I didn't know what it was called at first, personal development, all that kind of stuff. But so I started researching a little bit about how you change your life and how you change your conversation. So one of the conversation pieces that I had that was ingrained when I was young was that I was worthless. I had no value in this world. So I headed that one straight on. I started listening to Tony Robbins. I started being around people that were going to lift me up and not tear me down. During that process, I had to actually really own every single decision that I made. And that also was very, very, very scary, because now, instead of blaming other people, I had to take ownership of where I was going to go in my life and how I was going to get there. So I started being very specific with my goals. I started wanting to be a personal development professional. I wanted to be an at-home mom where I was hands-on and I was there every day. And now at 41, I am happily married with 12 amazing children. And that's my story kind of in a nutshell. And if you get into it as a one-on-one with me and wanting to be a partner in our development together, I'd be more than happy to share a little bit more in depth on my story and how I have overcome some of the most amazing obstacles in anybody's life. So I commend you on where you are today and how you're going to make that decision to step forward into a positive atmosphere in your life and be an influencer of creativity. Because no matter where you are or how far down you think you really are, you are able to transform your life with just simple conversation pieces within your mind, in your conversation with yourself. Because you are worth it, you're amazing, and I can't wait to meet you. I'm wishing you all the best today on this beautiful rainy day, and it's Geraldine. Thanks.